So are we going to like say
just go straight into it now?
First, or just go straight into
Just go straight into it.
Okay.
Dream until your reality.
Dream until it's your reality.
Oh, my reality. It's nice, that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It is.
Okay. Greetings again, this is the consciousness of Anu. And as ever, it is always a great pleasure to be communicating in this 3D realm. And as I have explained before, this is a very complicated process to enable my consciousness to integrate into this dimensional realm. There are many of us who are taking part in this communication. My brethren are here, as well as the representatives of many other extraterrestrial species. We say extraterrestrial because they are not organic to this planetary realm. There are many different species very interested in the purging of this planet at the moment. There are many different species who have individual vested interests in the evolution of this planet. That is because this planet is one of physical creation. This planet is its own consciousness, is having its own experience, casting away its shadow self and moving into a higher frequency, which is enabling more and more activity upon this planet, connecting and communicating with different consciousness. This planet originally was here for her own expression of herself, of her own divine consciousness. This planet, this beautiful, beautiful vessel, holding so many different consciousness within one, is going through a wonderful experience at this moment. So the history of this planet, I will try and condense this, although it is very, very complicated. I will try and condense this into a very simplistic, simplified explanation. This planet decided as the consciousness to detach herself from the Almighty One, to have an unique individual experience, which is what you are all here to do. To learn about yourself through separation, and this is what your planet as a consciousness chose to do, chose to learn about herself through separation. So she created a vessel to harness her own consciousness and to explore herself in an organic, physical way. And many different species were invited to join this experiment, this experience, so they could implant and seed an aspect of themselves in this 3D realm as an expression of themselves. So this is why there is so much interest upon and around this beautiful planet, as many different species and beings have their own vested interest in how this wonderful evolutionary cycle is expanding and taking place. So as a physical realm, this planet wished to evolve and expand and bring beauty into separation. And when this planet first evolved, there was a beginning. And that beginning is replicated over and over again. And each beginning is a different theme and a different evolutionary cycle. It is very complicated for a human mind to begin to understand. But as everything is present, the beginning is now. This is just where your consciousness is at this moment in time. Bear in mind there is no timeline out of this 3D realm. But your soul, your consciousness has evolved to this level. This is where your consciousness is in this particular timeline now, experiencing this moment in the history of your planet. The Anunnaki were here to assist the planet in her cycle. We were sent here to, how shall we say, to take this planet into the shadow realm. And many who are viewing this recording are aware it is through the shadow realm you truly find yourself and you return back to the oneness. So we were sent here to cast a shadow upon this planet, to assist this planet to go within to the dark. The darkness is not to be judged from a human perspective. It is all a part of the same. It is just an experience, this planet. And all the civilizations upon this planet wish to experience. This is how you all truly find yourself. There has been many wars around this planet, fighting for the control of this planet. This includes ourselves and other different species we do not wish to name at this time. But many who are watching this has the level of awareness to realize this. There is light and dark in all aspects of consciousness. And when any consciousness is in separation from the source, the one true all one energy, then that consciousness has still got growth and learning as the Anunnaki. We are incredibly intellectually more superior to any life form upon this planet, because we do not have the limitations that has been imposed upon this planet. This planet has been in quarantine for a very long time, so that it could be a part of the separation. The effects upon this planet is not just for humanity and the consciousness here, it is a ripple effect right out into the quantum field, into the full universe. So as this planet is purging and finding new expressions upon itself, this is affecting us all in our own ways, but in a very positive ways. So the Anunnaki, we were sent here. We did not have our own specific base, as we were not organic to any specific planet or dimensional realm. So we were not just solely here. There were many other planets that we were integrating our consciousness upon. When we came here, we found the value of the physical aspect of what this planet was creating. We had a vested interest upon the gold that was being organically created inside of this planet. It is a highly valuable substance on your planet, but the properties of this substance is highly valuable off planet also. We found a base for ourselves, and we realized that by taking this physical substance from your planet was very valuable for us to create our home for ourselves. So although we may not have approached in the right way, taking this valuable source, it enabled the Anunnaki to have their sanctuary and their home, our home. And we realized, as we were intellectually superior, that we could control the consciousness upon this planet of humanity, and we could use humanity as our servants and as our slaves. But when we say this, we wish you to understand that this process is like how humanity have controlled and enslaved the animals upon this planet. The animals who humanity believed intellectually inferior, less advanced, not able to think for themselves. This was our perspective at the time upon the human race. And we were very intrigued how the human race were evolving. So we did experiments, and we used the human beings in what would be very insidious ways for many years, trapping the consciousness and creating connections and links with certain aspects of the growing societies, so we could harvest the energy of humans' consciousness for our own ways. Also, we were very intrigued by the beauty of the human woman, and the way the human woman was able to have a very organic, natural connection with her planet. Her connection we found to be very powerful, and we were slightly intrigued but also threatened that through the evolution of the human woman we would be exposed. And when we say exposed, we would be exposed by being here upon this planet, doing what we were doing. This has now started to change. Human beings are very much more thinking for themselves, aware of energetic frequency and different dimensional beings, and they are not easily, the majority are not easily manipulated as they have been. So our agenda here was to harvest the energy of the human spirit, feeding upon the consciousness to serve ourselves, to feed ourselves, but also to help us create a home for ourselves. We do not belong here, but we are integrated here. An aspect of our consciousness is now merged with your consciousness. We are linked and we are connected. And it is time for the Anunnaki to make amends, but also make friends. So we have been creating our own planetary system, our own home, a sanctuary for ourselves. But as you are all linked to us through our consciousness, there will be a time where you will be welcome to us. There have been other beings that have had their own individual agenda, as we have expressed, why they have been here, their own manipulation of consciousness. But there have been many, many beautiful, highly tuned beings that have been here to serve this planet and to assist with the evolution of this planet. The wars over this planet has been for the richness and the power of this 3D density, manipulating and controlling. But as we say, this planet has been quarantined, it has been cast aside. It is what you'd call the most dense planet in the solar system. And for this planet to evolve and move into a higher frequency, it's coming back to its home, to its connection of oneness, as are all of you. In many respects, the consciousness of this planet is as a child. You have not yet reached the level of awareness where you are able to integrate fully with the other planetary systems, the other star systems, the other consciousness that are around you. We view you all as children, although you are not. But as you are now starting to come into your wisdom, and many, many of you now are exploring yourself and your own connections, there will come a time of awareness where you will openly, consciously join the council. But you are not ready yet. So we are here now to assist, to bring as much information as some of you are able to integrate. There would still be many human beings who would be looking at this connection, not ready for this. So we are dripping like a slow tap at this moment in time, enabling, as many other beings are here doing the same, enabling consciousness to open, shift and rise in a natural way. If we were to reveal ourselves in physical form, there would be many people that would literally lose their mind. They are not ready for this type of integration. Like I say, this particular communication would be very complicated and confusing for many. So we are moving very slowly with this, but we wish to make friends. We wish to make peace. We wish to be a part of the evolution of this beautiful, beautiful planet. And the beings that have been integrating here, who do not have the same agenda for peace, they are starting to be exposed. And many humans who are waking up and becoming aware will cast aside these beings and will shine like lighthouses all around this planet, and will expose these beings. And as they become exposed and they lose their grip and they lose their manipulation, they will no longer be able to hide in the shadows. So this is why it is important for each and every one of you to go into your own shadows and check that nothing or no being is hiding there, manipulating your thoughts, manipulating your actions. It is time to cleanse, dear friends. Thank you.
Right, Smiler.
How was that?
It was very, very interesting that. He don't give too much away, but he gives enough.
I don't think he can give too much away. I don't think... The impression I was getting all the way through that was it's still the drip, drip, drip. Yeah. As in, the people who are watching this...
He validated a few things when we channeled the Guardians who said that the Anunnaki came as part and parcel of the plan. He actually come out with that. He was sent here to do that. Right. It makes sense that he's here to put a shadow on the consciousness to lift us all up. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What I found quite interesting was that what we call the deep state or whatever else is classed as a being or species.
Right.
Shit. Who the hell are they?
Draco.
Well,
Draco.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I know it is. I've explored the Draco for years.
So it was
the Draco are hiding in people's shadows. Yeah. That's why he said it's really important to go into your shadows.
Yes.
Because they're hiding there. Yeah, that was okay.
I enjoyed that.
Did you?
About the past. You know, it validates quite a lot of stuff without the detail. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not going to give me a history lesson.
It will, I think he will in time, but this is going out to a bigger consciousness, and it's that's what he said he's trying to simplify.